And at the, I think that's the 1 o'clock position, we have the blue Zerg player PandorasBox. And if you missed the last game, we saw a pretty aggressive 2 racks play from Mouse Thorzain, queuing a bunch of Marines to the natural expansion of PandorasBox. Ended up getting a bunker down and taking out the natural, which forced PandorasBox to throw down the GG. So definitely intrigued to see what Thorzain does in this match. He is up 1-0 against his opponent. Of course, if he wins this game, he will move on to the next round, the round of 64 in the NASL Open, which will be played tomorrow at the same time. So definitely tune in tomorrow for the round 64 and the round of 32. I'm definitely looking forward to the amazing games we're going to have there. Actually, there's a potential matchup of Six Shacks Major and Minigun tomorrow, which I would definitely be intrigued to see. And of course, after this game, we will be jumping into Minigun's game against his opponent. So definitely stay tuned for that. But anyway, about this game, once again, Thorzain up 1-0. If he wins this game, he will move on to the next round. And what's at stake in this tournament? Well, the top 8 spots get a berth in next season's NASL, so definitely a lot to fight for in this tournament. And also the first place finisher of this tournament will play Liquid Red at the NASL Finals in California. So all these players are going to be putting their heart and soul into every single one of these matches. And Thorzain putting down a barracks at his ramp. Nothing too unusual there. Getting a pretty early gas, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. PandorasBox getting his natural expansion down relatively early. I think that was a 15 hatch. Should get his spawning pool fairly soon. A pretty standard play from both these players thus far. Love this Overlord positioning. Just scouting out for any bunkers that would potentially be putting down, that Thorzain would be putting down. It looks like Thorzain not going for 2 racks play, at least for the time being. I mean, he still has time to put down that barracks. We'll have to see. He actually puts down a factory, so really intrigued to see what he's going to do here. Once again, he got that gas pretty early. Also now getting his orbital command, so I'm definitely intrigued to see what Thorzain ends up doing. Will probably want to dispel that drone from his base before adding on any additional tech than what he has now. Also putting down a reactor onto his barracks, continuing to produce those supply depots. Back in the Zerg player's base, close position on Metalopolis. PandorasBox putting down a spawning pool that is about 70% of the way done. Also has a gas, but not yet mining from his gas yet. Not sure if that is a mistake or if he has some sort of genius mastermind plan that we've never seen before. So definitely intrigued to see what PandorasBox intends to do here. Also getting in Overlord and make sure I'm on busy. Good, I am on busy. I heard a little noise, not sure where that came from. But anyway, looks like Thorzain switching up the factory onto the reactor, so he's going to start pumping Hellions and probably do a lot of early harassment here. But PandorasBox knows exactly what is up. He saw that transfer happen, saw the factory start producing those Hellions, so we'll have to see how he prepares for this. A lot of Zerg players will put down spine crawlers, make a couple queens for defense, or throw down a roach warren. Looks like PandorasBox deciding to get out 2 queens from both of his hatcheries, along with a nicely placed spine crawler. That's actually pretty good positioning. I mean, it doesn't really block the Hellions from running by, but it's going to be hard for the Hellions to get by because they will get poked a lot by that spine crawler. Thorzain coming in right now. Will that spine crawler actually be done in time? I'm not so sure. So Thorzain just runs right by. The spine crawler is not done in time. Microing trying to kill those Dragons, does manage to kill those. Goes straight for the middle line, targeting down some drones. PandorasBox does flee immediately, trying to get out of range of those Hellions. So Thorzain doing a lot of harassment early here. The Queen does manage to get some hits onto those Hellions, but isn't enough. And PandorasBox temporarily stops its drones, so all these Hellions are doing so much damage right now. Oh my gosh, all of these drones are dying from PandorasBox. Thorzain being immaculate with his Hellion micro. Follow this. Oh gosh, all these drones are getting absolutely melted. 4 kills on that Hellion and 10 kills on that Hellion. They're both still alive. 2 HP and 17 HP apiece. This Queen wants to be a hero, wants to get those 2 kills. And will these Hellions actually get out of here alive? No, they won't, because the spine crawler is there. So trying to do even more damage. So many kills going down from Thorzain. Behind this, he has continued to produce Hellions. Also getting a tech lab on a barracks as well as an army, and his expansion up back to his natural in the spine crawler. Yeah, these Hellions have absolutely nowhere to go. Ideally, they would have run out, but that spine crawler would probably kill both of them as they are so low in health. So we'll have to see if these Hellions are able to stay alive. But PandorasBox not in a good situation right now. If you look at income tab, he is down 25. Oh my gosh. That was actually genius. It was almost amazing. What Thorzain did there, he brought an SEV to tank the damage from the spine crawler while the Hellions got by, but one Hellion unfortunately did die. But this Hellion does survive, so some really cool play from Thorzain thus far in the game. Is about to take his natural expansion, moving his orbital command to the natural right there. Also producing a really fast Thor out of his factory. So Hellions into Thor, ladies and gentlemen. How often do you see that? Of course, his name is Thorzain, so I'm not surprised at all. Maybe a little surprised, but definitely cool play to see from him. Also, a Baneling Nest coming down from PandorasBox. Unfortunately, that may not be the best response to Thor's, but does he know that is exactly what is coming? He's poking forward with this Overlord, trying to get some scouting information. Does see the Tech Lab on the factory, but will he actually see the Thor get out? And Thorzain not really moving his Marines. There we go. Moving his Marines up, trying to deal with this Overlord. Will the Overlord actually see the Thor when it pops? It's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. Thorzain trying to target it down. No, but the Overlord does see the Thor, so PandorasBox knows absolutely what is up. How will he react to this? We'll have to keep an eye on that. His larvae are selected, making 2 Overlords, okay? He is temporarily supply blocked. That is okay, though. Looks like Thorzain wants to do a push here, has a Thor, a few Marines, and 3 Hellions here. Do they have Blue Flame? I don't think so. No, they do not. So Thorzain trying to do a pretty hard push here. PandorasBox does have 2 Spine Crawlers for defense, but does he have any attacking units? Only has 4 Zerglings on the field, 22 Zerglings in production. We'll have to see how effective that is. And Thorzain bringing all of his SCVs, of course, to repair this Thor and possibly some Hellions. Coming forward with these Marines is Thorzain, targeting down an Overlord, continuing to reinforce with Marines. Is he building an additional Thor? Yes, he is. Reinforcing with Thors and Marines with this push. And PandorasBox changing some Zerglings into Banelings, but will that be enough? Thorzain coming forward, repairing his Thor with those SCVs. That Thor will not die anytime soon. Coming forward into PandorasBox is natural, and PandorasBox is losing every single one of his Zerglings. There we go, Thor trying to do a lot of damage, and here we go, coming forward with all these Zerglings. Thorzain microing back with his Marines and Hellions. Will those Zerglings be enough? The drones are pulled to try to attack this Thor, but the SCVs get back to repairing that Thor, so a pretty comical exchange between drones and SCVs there, but the Thor does remain alive, and PandorasBox is in a lot of trouble here. He does have 22 Zerglings in production, really wants to deal with this push right now, but does he have enough? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not so sure. And a second Thor comes out from Thorzain, and these SCVs can just repair all day, I feel like. Will these Thors even be killed? I'm not so sure, and it does not look good for PandorasBox. Down 70 to 19 supply, and all of these Thors do remain. PandorasBox producing 14 more Zerglings from those hatcheries and morphing in 2 more Banelings. I'm not sure how effective those will be, though. Thorzain continuing to reinforce with Thors down in the middle of the map, and PandorasBox trying to do some aggression with those Broodlings and Zerglings, but just getting killed right away, and these SCVs can quite frankly keep these Thors alive forever, at least at this point in the game. The Banelings come forward trying to target down the SCVs, but Thorzain micros away immaculately, and there's the GG from PandorasBox. So Thorzain is your winner of this series and will advance to the round of 64 that will be played tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we have a game between Minigun, and there's some really good manner from PandorasBox. And I think we're going to be jumping into the Minigun game very shortly.